Welcome to the Eclipse instructional video series. In this video, we'll walk through the process of submitting an electrical permit application in Eclipse. While all construction permit applications follow the same general format, the specific details requested may vary slightly depending on the permit type. Before starting any permit application, be sure to review the permit requirements on LNI's website at phila.gov/li. To help your electrical permit application go smoothly, there are a few important things to know before you begin. First, if your project requires a building permit, we recommend applying for it before seeking your electrical permit. This streamlines the process and avoids delays, as the electrical permit cannot be issued until the building permit is approved. Visit phila.gov/li for guidance on when a building permit is required. Second, if you are a licensed contractor, make sure your insurance is valid and on file with LNI. If your insurance has expired, please update it as soon as possible by revisiting your license. You can find instructions for uploading valid insurance on the Eclipse help page on the LNI website. Let's get started. Log into your Eclipse account by visiting the Eclipse website at eclipse.phila.gov. Enter the email address and password associated with your account, then select Sign In. If you do not yet have an Eclipse account, you'll need to register an account first. For help creating an account, refer to the Creating an Account in Eclipse video. After signing into your account, you'll be directed to the Getting Started homepage. Scroll down to the Permits and Certificates section and select the Apply for a Permit or Certificate link. The Apply for a Permit page will open, showing a list of available permit types. If you need help determining which permit you should choose, please visit the website at phila.gov/li. To apply for an electrical permit, click the arrow to expand this section and view the available permit options. Read the descriptions carefully and select the work scope that matches your project. Then click the Apply button to begin your application. For this video, we will choose the addition and/or alteration option for this electrical permit. The permit application screen will now appear. For help with your permit, click on the Eclipse help link for instructional videos and guides. Or click the link to the Get an Electrical Permit page on the website for a list of requirements for this application. Be sure to fill out all fields marked with a red asterisk or star, as these are required. Fields without an asterisk are optional and may not apply to your project. Let's begin completing the application information. Identify your relationship to this permit. Most applicants are either property owners or professional tradespersons, such as design professionals, contractors, or expediters. If you select professional tradesperson, an additional field will appear. From there, you can select the appropriate professional or trade license from the pull-down list. This list displays all licenses linked to your account that are eligible to serve as an applicant. If there are no professional or tradesperson options listed in the dropdown, then your account is not associated with a trade license. For more information on applicant types, select the help icon. For this application, we will select Owner. The type of work will default to the specific work scope that you applied for. If you applied for the wrong type of work, you must return to the Apply for a Permit page and select the correct work type. Please note, if you need a rough-in permit, make sure you submit an application for your full scope of work first. Once your application and plans have been accepted for review, you can submit a separate application for rough-in approval. For more information on rough-in permits, visit the website at phila.gov/li. Next, choose the occupancy type from the options provided. Select one family or two family only if the entire building is used for that purpose. Select Other for all remaining building uses, including condominiums, multifamily residential buildings with 3 or more dwelling units, or any mixed-use building. If Other is selected, describe the occupancy in the space provided. Refer to the help icon for additional information on occupancy types. Enter a detailed description of the work to be done under this permit. This description helps the department quickly understand the scope of work. Next, identify the licensed design professional responsible for the project by using the search feature. Be sure to search for the name of the design professional, not the name of the design firm. If you cannot find the correct design professional in the search field, select No. A new field will appear where you can enter the design professional's information. Please note, you must enter the design professional's name, company, address, email, and phone number within this field. For more information on when a design professional is required, click the Help icon. If there is a project associated with this address, use the search feature to find and select the project. Please note, if your project is phased, you should consider establishing a city-managed project to streamline reviews. For more information, click the Help icon or visit the website at phila.gov/li. Next, choose your review type. Remember that review times and fees vary depending on the review type selected. The Comply with Easy standard and accelerated review options are only applicable for select types of work. Click the Help icon to review the guide on review types. In our example, we will choose Standard Review. Next, search for the property. Use the search field to enter the property address, the building identification number, or the OPA account number. Then select the magnifying glass. Once you select the parcel address and click Select, the address will display in the table below. Please note that addresses must be registered with the Office of Property Assessment to appear here, and they may not always match the mailing address. Use the links provided if you need assistance. Depending on your application type and characteristics of the property, you may see multiple results, such as several buildings, parcels, or condominium units. Select the specific building, parcel, or unit from the list. For work on an existing building, select the entry labeled Building. For all other applications, select the entry labeled Parcel. If the parcel has condominium ownership, be sure to choose the correct unit. Finally, if applicable, use the specific location box to identify the exact location within the structure or on the property where the work will be performed. Select the Next button to continue. A unique permit application number will now be automatically generated for you. This number, along with the type of application you selected and the current status of your application, will remain visible at the top of the screen throughout the process. You can exit your application at any time, but be sure to click the Save button at the bottom of the screen so your work is stored as a draft. Your draft will remain available on your permits and certificates dashboard for up to 60 days. At the top of the page, you will also see a navigation banner that helps guide you through your application. Sections that are completed will appear in green. Your current step is shown in dark gray, and light gray indicates sections that are either not started or still incomplete. You can click any section in the banner at any time to jump directly to that part of the application. On the property information page, you'll see a summary of the details for this address. If the property has an active violation for unpermitted work or work that exceeded a previous permit, and it involves the same type of work as this application, you'll notice a warning box displayed beneath the address. The owner information shown is based on the address selected earlier. If the property owner has changed, simply check the box and enter the updated owner details. You will be prompted to upload proof of sale on a later screen. Please note that this update applies only to the current permit. You may need to provide the corrected owner information again in future permit applications until the city's address database is officially updated. If you need help, click the Help icon to view the owner information guide. In our example, we will not make any changes to the owner information. The project details page is where you enter additional information about the project. Enter the estimated cost of the electrical work. If the electrical work falls within any of the listed occupancies, select the checkboxes that apply. Select the Help icon for information on project detail requirements and related impacts. Next, enter the equipment details. Review each option carefully and select only those that apply to the scope of work being performed under this permit. Please note, if your electrical service installation is less than 200 amps, be sure to select Yes. Errors in this section may trigger the system to request submission of plans. Special inspections are generally not required for electrical permits. Whether they apply to your project is determined by the building code. To find out whether this applies to your project, refer to the Help icon or visit the website at phila.gov/li. In our example, no special inspections are required, so we will leave the box unchecked. Identify the electrical inspection agency that will perform the electrical inspections under this permit. You can search by company name or by license number, then select the agency from the list. To narrow the search results, it is best practice to use the license number. Refer to our Electrical Inspection Agency Guide for more information on third-party electrical inspection requirements and for a list of licensed agencies. Click the Next button to continue. Certain projects require other permits or approvals as a prerequisite, and these must be obtained before this permit can be issued. These are referred to as related permits. In some cases, you can submit the application without entering the related permit or approval number. However, this may delay or prevent the issuance of your permit. To reduce delays and avoid confusion, it is strongly recommended that you apply for all prerequisite approvals before submitting this permit application. In this example, we will link this permit to a commercial building permit by entering the permit number in the space provided, then clicking the magnifying glass and selecting the permit from the pop-up window. For additional information on related permits, click the Help icon. Click the Next button to continue. Next, enter the licensed electrical contractor. To find your contractor, enter their name or license number and select them from the list. Searching by license number usually gives the most accurate results. If you are a licensed electrical contractor completing this application, your information will appear automatically. If your license has expired, your name will not appear in the list, and you must renew your license before continuing. If you don't know your contractor yet, you can continue with the application, but the permit cannot be issued until a contractor is identified. If someone other than the contractor is completing the application, the licensed contractor will need to verify the association before the permit can be issued. Once you add a contractor, they'll receive an email prompting them to log into their Eclipse account and confirm their association with this permit. The permit will not be issued until this verification is complete. If you can't find your contractor or need more help, select the Help icon for additional guidance. You may also list any additional licensed contractors working under this electrical permit in the Subcontractors field. Click Next to continue. Here is where you will upload your documents. Check the left-hand column to see whether a document is required. Required documents are based on the proposed work and occupancy type selected earlier in your application. If a required document is not uploaded, you will not be able to submit your application and will need to return to this page. Please note that optional documents may still be necessary depending on your project. For a complete list of permit application documents, visit phila.gov/li. Click the Upload Files button to open the file folder on your computer and choose the PDF files you want to upload. Please be sure to upload PDF files that are no larger than 75 megabytes. Once the documents are uploaded, select the document type from the drop-down menu. Items marked with a red asterisk or star are mandatory uploads. If you use the standard file naming convention for your electronic plans, also referred to as e-plans, all sheets within the file will automatically sort based on their name. Visit phila.gov/li for more information on the file naming convention. Error messages will appear at the bottom of the screen to alert you to any errors or incomplete sections that will prevent you from submitting your application. In our example, we attempted to upload a Word document. Since the system requires a PDF, we are prompted to upload the file again in the correct PDF format. Once the issues are corrected, click Next. On the Manage Permit Notifications page, you can adjust email notifications, add additional contacts, or invite co-applicants. The owner, applicant, and contractor associated with this permit will automatically receive email notifications. A valid email address is required to receive updates. Co-applicants have the same level of access to the application as the primary applicant. They can view the status, review and respond to comments, pay fees, submit amendments, and access all permit-related details, including plans and permit documents. To invite a co-applicant, select the Invite Co-applicant button and provide them with the association code. They can enter this code in their Eclipse account to associate with this permit. Please note that each code may only be used once. A permit contact may receive courtesy emails only for major permit milestones, such as when reviews are completed, when the permit is issued, or when inspections are completed. Permit contacts cannot view or edit the permit information, submit responses to comments, or pay fees. To add a permit contact, click the plus sign and complete the information in the pop-up window. To modify an existing contact, select the edit icon and make your changes. If you need to update contacts after the application has been submitted, you can do so from your permit dashboard. For additional information, select the help icons. You must complete all previous steps and correct any error messages before you can proceed to the legal declaration page. Read the text carefully, check the box to confirm, and then select Next. This will bring you to the Submit Application page. This page shows only the application fee. You will pay the remaining balance when the permit is approved. Select the Pay and Submit button to pay for and submit this application. You will then be transferred to the payment gateway. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete your payment. Electronic check, credit card, and debit card are all accepted forms of payment. Please note that surcharges may apply based on the payment type, and rates are subject to change. Once your payment is complete, click the Continue button to return to Eclipse. If you receive error messages or encounter challenges while paying for your application, review the Submit Application Guide. The permit confirmation screen shows when your application has been successfully submitted. But remember, you don't have your permit yet. Your application will now be reviewed by L&I staff. If any required information is missing or incomplete, you'll be notified in the Actions Required section of your Permits and Certificates dashboard. To view the permit details and status for this application, go to your Permit and Certificates dashboard and click on the applicable application. Your permit application activities will show the details of your application. Review the page and all tabs for information related to the application and available actions such as submitting additional information, withdrawing your application, or requesting inspections. Be sure to check back often as information may be updated while your application moves through the city's review process. Thanks for watching. For more information, refer to Eclipse how-to guides, Eclipse FAQs, and other useful Eclipse videos at phila.gov/li. And for any general information, you can contact 311.